Rocket, let's start with Stephen May, rubbed out for 5 games by the tribunal. How's his response been this week?
It's been quite good. I think publicly he's obviously said the right things. He's taken full responsibility for it. It's a misjudgment in a split second. He's got to wear that. But I think by taking responsibility as well, he knows that there's undisciplined with it, that he's let the team down. But there's no sense us harbouring it. It's about us as a club and a playing group getting around him, getting behind him now, which has been a great deal of support for him, and he knows that he'll help as much as he can. He'll support the other defenders.
How will he come out the other side? Does he need to change his game at all, or was it simply a bad split-second decision?
I certainly don't mind him, I suppose, being physical. I suppose that one we need to, when the dust settles, need to be able to talk to him through that, to be able to have his eyes on the ball completely, to target the ball. And if a player's in the way, then I think that's well and good. But no, he just went past the ball, which he shouldn't have done.
Face the undefeated North Melbourne this Saturday here at Metricon Stadium. We've had their measure in recent times, but it's going to be an enormous challenge this week. It
is. Now they're playing some very good footy. They haven't got many injuries, if any. They've got their best side in the park. They've got a good blend of experience with some speed and some tall forwards. So obviously that's going to be a test for us with Rory Thompson out and Stephen May. But the way we've moved this week, the energy levels are back up. I think we'll give a good show of ourselves.
As you touched on, they've got a really potent forward line, not just those tools, but they've also got small forwards and goal-kicking midfielders. How do we stop those?
It's a good question. I think the main thing is, like any answer to that, over a period of time, is be able to win the ball yourself. We've got to be able to control the footy. So I think it's going to be done at the source. We've got to be able to win the ball contests and stoppages. If we don't, well, we're going to give their forwards too much access.
They've got some really good contested football winners, obviously in Zeeble, Wells and Cunnington. Is that a major focus area for us going forward?
Yeah, I think our midfield last week were down as a collective. They've generally been pretty good so far. So the onus is on those guys, as well as Dan Curry, who's coming in for his first game, to be able to compete really hard in there. So if we don't win it, be able to put enough pressure on the North midfielders.
What are you expecting Dan Curry to bring against All-Australian ruckman Todd Goldstein?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough ask for him. Obviously, being at North Melbourne for a period of time, they're going to know each other reasonably well, and I think Goldstein's probably the one ruckman in the competition. So it's a big ask for Dan, but his training's been terrific. His form in the seconds has been great as well, so he deserves his chance. So we expect him, like all the other players, to be able to compete. He's a nice kick. He takes a good mark. He just needs to be able to cover the ground and work hard.
Tom Lynch is probably one of a few players that won his position last week. 18 goals in the first 4 games. How impressed have you been by his form?
Oh, he's been terrific. He's really improved as a player. Last year was a tough year for all of us, but he progressed pretty well. But he had some up and down periods, but his leadership's been great, and his form has obviously reflected that because of his work rate. But he needs some support, and except for last week, the previous weeks, he's had good support from the other forwards. So we certainly need an improvement in that area this week.
600 games for yourself as a player coach, only the 11th person to reach that mark. What does that mean to you?
I must admit I didn't realise it was coming this week. I suppose it proves that I'm old, but I suppose I've been in the game for a long time. Like any of those milestones, you sort of probably reflect on them once you finish. I suppose it's humbling in many ways to be able to survive as long as I have. But it's certainly not going to distract me away from the job I've got to do.
Are there any standout memories for you in your time as a player or as a coach?
I think as a player, it's the premierships. I was fortunate to play in 4 of those. But I've got a lot of enjoyment out of coaching. See players develop, friendships you make out of that. Clubs I've been involved with and coach that see them develop and improve, and some players improve, so that sort of gives you a kick as well.